What a spread! The dishes you see here are some Afghan delicacies all prepared by 19-year-old Ali, who as of just a year ago didn't even know how to cook.
In Afghanistan, I didn't cook anything because I have to younger sister they cook and I'm just like a lazy. So when I came here, I start cooking. I miss my own food. You should wait until the oil come out. Oil come out. Yes.
That's a very nice thing that our life has changed. I think he has upgraded our life. Like his wonderful, delicious food.
We thought that we are here giving him a safe space, basically a safe space. He's giving us the joy.
Zarif and Zurina took Ali into their care in the June of 2020. At that time, Ali was homeless and thinking of ending his own life.
The first time I see him, he's so young, and he behaved like a cheeky 14 years old boy. Immediately, we made the right decision.
Ali came from a well-to-do family in Afghanistan and enjoyed a happy childhood. However, as he grew older, there was something that his family knew about him that they could not accept. It was something very sensitive, something that could possibly get him killed. It was so sensitive that his Malaysian foster parents would not allow us to publish the details. As Ali became a possible target in his own community, one day he overheard his uncle suggesting a plan to his family to kill him by poisoning him. His mother quietly paid an agent 12,000 ringgit to apply for a student visa for Ali to leave for Malaysia.
It's kind of like an honor killing kind of thing.
His mom was like totally worried. So we had one session where I also spoke with the mom. We were both crying because I was just looking at him and I'm like thinking that, oh my God, if my son, I'm sending my son, I'm selling my jewelry and then I'm giving him a ticket and then sending him off. One-way ticket off. And I will not hear about him, or I don't know what will happen to him for the next.
Ali did not speak a word of English then, nor had he ever set foot on an aircraft. He watched YouTube before his journey to learn how to take a flight. Upon his arrival at the Kuala Lumpur International Airport, an agent took him to a park in Shah Alam and just left him there, because the agent was only paid to do so. Ali sat alone in the park for hours, not knowing what to do, at which time he had already been starving for 2 days.
First 3 months, it was very hard for me to know the language, to know new people, new culture, new country, new weather. Everything was new, like a person who inside the jail. I couldn't know how to say, even going to toilet.
Somehow the agent told a friend about Ali, and this friend decided to shelter Ali and helped him find a job. Things were good, up until the COVID-19 pandemic swept the world in February, costing Ali his newfound job. The pandemic also prevented him from completing his application for a UNHCR refugee card. The kind soul who took him in was also planning to return to Afghanistan at this time. Out of hope and stuck with no direction, a lost Ali considered that ending his life would also bring his suffering to an end. And that was when Zarif and Zurina heard about him and decided to adopt him.
It was not hard at all to have him as in the family, because just like any other teenager, you know, with teenage behavior. And
love his stories.
Yeah, we love
about
his stories.
Childhood, about the animals, very charming and lovable fellow. He always says that, I want to hug Malaysia, I want to hug Malaysia. Malaysia is so green and so beautiful.
In a few short months, Zarif, Zurina and Ali grew closer to each other. However, they were aware that their relationship is not legally binding, because Ali is no longer a minor, and there is no legal way for them to adopt Ali. Malaysia also does not have an asylum system regulating the status and rights of refugees. Under current laws, Zarif and Zurina can even be seen to be harboring an undocumented immigrant.
He said, Mama, nobody wants to leave their country. It's only because something really dangerous happened to you, then you have to leave. Even I have to work as a sweeper in my country, I will do it because my mother and my sisters are there.
In order to help Ali make ends meet, Zarif and his wife started a food delivery business for him with great response. Soon after, Zarif and Zurina adopted another Afghan youth.
When I look at her the first time, sitting there at the corner, totally fearful.
Alia's adoption didn't just give Ali a companion, but since both of them spoke the same language, Alia finally opened up to Ali about her story. Alia was abused by her stepfather for a very long time. One morning, her mother had enough of the madness. She took Alia and her sister and ran away. She then gave Alia some money, food, clothes, and her only mobile phone, and told her to leave with an agent. That was the last time Alia ever saw her mother. Without a mobile phone, their last line of contact was severed.
Bleeding.
Mother, with the only phone that she had, the mother took the evidence of her abuse and kept it in that phone and gave it to her. This phone, so she is not able to contact her mom. Sometimes Alia would like quietly, suddenly, when she remembers her mom, she would quietly just tear up, very, very easily tear up. I give more time and space to interact with her, basically, because I want her to feel safe, really feel safe.
Through this, Alia and Ali formed a strong bond together. They learned English and both worked together on the food business and are now able to sustain themselves.
I realized that, okay, she doesn't have a childhood, not much of a childhood, and then she trying to help her to heal, basically. So bring her out, and she's so like gleeful, looking at the MRT, sitting at the window, like like a little kid, a 5-year-old kid, looking out there, and then looking at me like, wow, so nice, so happy. So you see the child's reaction. We also wanted to send a message that they are not just numbers, they are also people, human beings with dreams, and just like us, just a little bit. You just open up a little bit of your heart to give them a little bit of safe space and a little bit of love. That's it.
Okay.
شبی در خواب می دیدم که بنی آزادم سوار کوچ سرخ در هوا از جنس پهپادم نه فکر کسی کیس و نیو این نه فکر کشور سوم خیال آسوده و آرسته در دنیای آبادم همه جا عطر گل بود و نسیم و باد و نوروزی بهارش جادو کرد و غصه ها را برد از یادم فضا مملو از موجودات خوب و مهربانی بود منی تحسین می گفتن از این که آدمی زادم پس از اندرزی شدم بیدار و فهمیدم که منی فقط مهاجرم غریبم دور از یاد اجدادم خبر از یار شیرین نیست و این دنیا بیرحم است امید و کندن نیست وقتی و منی خوابی فرهادم سکوت مرگبار است هوای کند و ناامیدی کسی عین خیالش نیست که منی بربادم و بربادم